Let's get into it, baby.
Ah, yeah, it's time to travel and bang, baby.
This is Travel and Bang. I am Marky Bravo the Mulatto. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Here to talk about the dark arts of seduction and the nuance of game. I'm glad you came. Hey, this one is a jewel for your arsenal. You don't understand how many years went by and I was getting this advice from OGs, cats that, you know what I mean, knew better than me, been around the block a little bit more than me, and I was just stubborn. I didn't want to listen. So this is definitely, if you peep game, you can add this to your arsenal and just acknowledge it. You might already know, but just to acknowledge it again. You know what I mean? Because repetition is the mother of skill. But before we get into that, I want to say this one's brought to you by Grondike soap. Yes, Grondike soap, the #1 pheromone soap on the market. By now, I think everybody knows what pheromones are, okay? This is when the woman picks up that fragrance, you know what I mean? It's a total different interest level, okay? Let's put it that way. If you had, even if she wasn't that interested, when you use this pheromone soap, I always feel this is a little bit more interest than usual. You know what I mean? So check them out. Check them out on tacticalsoap.com. Tacticalsoap.com. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, have you ever wondered, like, how you see some men that lean very heavily, you know what I mean, what I call the money grip game. You know what I mean? They entice women, or if you want to say seduce women, by the financial wealth that they have in their life. You understand? And then what's crazy is, you know, we're all, you know, we look at it like that's just what you got to do. You got to accumulate, you know, what's the old saying is, power is the ultimate aphrodisiac. You know what I mean? We've heard this before. But what's crazy is, and I think every man could admit to it, you'll meet these guys who don't have a pot to piss in. Not literally, but figuratively. They don't really have a lot of money to their name. They're not the most brutally handsome guys out there, but there's something about their charismatic charm, okay? And in French, they call it the je ne sais quoi. The je ne sais quoi, okay? That which cannot be put into words. Because it's like saying, hey, you clearly can't say what it is. But tonight we're going to try to put it into words so we have a better understanding of the je ne sais quoi. It's what they often called in the streets these days as the sauce. Okay? No, we're not talking about the gravy that you put on your food, okay? We're talking about, as a slang word, it's to describe your charismatic charm, your demeanor, your ability to push, psychologically push those buttons, okay, that, you know what I mean, bring those feelings, because remember, this is not about thinking when you're dealing with beautiful women in general. It's about it's about the feeling, and they can create that feeling. They can push those buttons. Master craftsmen of the vernacular. They know what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. And I know a lot of men think like, yeah, I know, but you know, there's some men that really just don't relate to it because they're just like, how do I get to that level? Okay? So I definitely we're going to cover that. But I want to say, and these men who don't have a lot to show for, they usually end up having intimate relations with women that are supposed to be out of their league. Women who have way more socioeconomic power or you know what I mean, stamina in the world than they do. Here's an example. This dude I know, okay? Now, I'll just throw it out there. He likes to shine. Cliff Jumper. Everybody in the pickup artist community knows who Cliff Jumper is. He right now is seeing a married woman, okay? A wealthy married woman who owns several ranches, okay? and is just a very, very successful entrepreneur. She's married, but on the side she chooses to see him. Now, Cliff Jumper isn't broke, but he's not on her level. He's not on big body Maserati. You know what I mean? He's not on that level. You know what I mean? He's not purchasing her interest. There's no expensive dinners, invites between him and her. Nothing. Okay? And no, he doesn't look like Tyson Beckford. He doesn't look like Brad Pitt in his 20s. You understand? He's not even that tall. Matter of fact, I'm 6 foot. He's not my height. He's lower than 6 foot. You understand? And you should see this woman. You should see this woman. She is drop dead gorgeous. Oh my God, stop the press. Whoop, whoop. You know what I mean? Pull over. Yo, I'm so fine. You know what I mean? And yeah, and my main point is this, and that's what I learned from meeting stone cold boss players like this, that what you thought wasn't imaginable, wasn't possible, is possible. You know what I mean? It deads all that black pill bull crap about your face has to be like this and you have to be asymmetrical and this, and it deads all of that. And I asked him his secret. You know what I mean? And he said the sauce is just what I thought it was. It's that confidence that exudes this ultimate confidence. You know what I mean? That masculine energy, the woman picks up when she talks to you, the conquer, breaking through barriers, taking on challenges. You know what I mean? That masculine energy, you know what I mean? That she can pick up through his words and hanging out with him. And him, when they went out, being, I wouldn't say hyper aggressive, but he wasn't afraid to put his hand on her thigh when they were sitting down together. You know what I mean? He wasn't afraid to escalate. He was that confident that it would work out. Now, before we get to that, you know what I mean? The curating, the pouring the gasoline on the fire, to keep that fire passionate flame going. I think most men need to understand this, okay? Let's dispel some of the BS that other dating coaches try to tell you, because they don't tell you this, and that's why a lot of men get discouraged. Gentlemen, I know you don't want to hear this, but it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. And this is why me congregating with my buddy Cliff Jumper, we all come to the acknowledgement that that's why every week, if you want a passionate, fruitful love life, every week you need to be hollering, you know what I mean? You need to be trying to make communication. I'll say it in more proper sense. Every week, I'm talking about if you're single, you don't have any women, nothing, no girlfriend, no nothing. You want to talk to every week at least 4 to 5 women. 4 to 5 women. You know what I mean? Even if they don't respond to you and chop it up and communicate, you just want to holler, 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 meaning reach out, send those, you know what I mean? Even if it becomes robotic or mechanical and you have to do copy and paste, okay? But that's what you do. That's what you do. And the numbers game is eventually like playing the lottery, but better than the lottery. You know what I mean? Women will pop up. Women that you do find intriguingly interesting, very highly attractive to the eye, and then even better, because we all know that attractive to the eye does not translate into physical attraction. You know what I mean? That when you meet, then it just fits together. Her biological drives mesh with your biological drives, and there's this eruption, this sexual eruption, and it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. It's way more heavier than any mechanical bullcrap you see in adult cinema, because there is a ground of when you meet women like that it could evolve into a full-blown relationship, monogamous relationship, or maybe a non-monogamous, depending on how you get down. So that's a numbers game, and that's why it's vital that you get the app game straight, Remember, you're a brand. I repeat, this is what's changed from back in the day to now. You are now a brand. You are like Nike. You are like Gucci. You are like Versace. Which one will you be though? You want to be the black market version? You know, not Nike, but Zyke? Or do you want to be the brand? Gentlemen, if you want a fruitful love life, if you want just one beautiful woman to be your main focus, even so I don't recommend it, you want that, or you want, you know what I mean, a variety pack, variety carousel going on, whatever your thing is, I'm not knocking any of it, then you need to invest in photos, okay? Either you're paying for professional photos, and I'm not talking about looks like you're in the mall or, you know, they make it look really cheesy. We're talking about just good photos. You know what I mean? Get your best angles, your best sides. You know your best side. You know where your nose looks better on this side than that side. You know. You understand? And you get those photos, and not many. You give them a sample of who you are through the photos. You don't overwrite in your profile. You do write on the profile in the dating apps, whatever have you. Hey, holla at me and we'll discuss, if you're interested, and we'll discuss more. I'll tell you more about me. Keep the mystery. Don't dissolve the mystery. Don't write so much. And that, when you manage yourself like a brand, you will be amazed how many women just come like fruits falling from the tree. Oh, okay, not literally, but you know what I mean? So manage yourself like a brand. It's a numbers game, okay? And then when it comes to showtime, you know what I mean? This is where the woman is going to discover, are you really an alpha male? Or are you not really an alpha male? You're just pretending to be. And that's where you're going to have to put the metal to the pedal. And you're going to grind it out on the date. And that's where you might even go on some dates where the woman doesn't select you. She's just not feeling you. But you learn from being punched in the face, like martial arts. You get punched in the face, you get up, you wipe the blood off your nose, and you become stronger, you become even better, and the next date you go on with a woman, you know what I mean? You're Don Juan DeMarco. You become to the point where you understand social dynamics, you understand women's nature. But you got to get into the game, and you got to understand that it is the sauce. The sauce is going to be the reason, if you get the sauce going, that women will not judge you so harshly on you're not super rich, you're not super handsome, you're not super tall. The sauce is the secret ingredient. You know, there's some street pimps, and I don't, by all means, I don't condone street pimps, but they're good to study and analyze because they're in their own ways psychology masters, you know, of women. You know what I mean? And if you look at Pimpin' Ken Ivey, or the man who wrote Iceberg Slim's book titled Pimp, you know, they discuss that. You know, as Pimpin' Ken Ivey said, don't be disobedient with the main ingredient. And I think that's what it's about. Don't be disobedient with the main ingredient. If you apply everything that I just said, and in my other videos as well, everything will fall in line, okay? Develop the sauce. To develop the sauce, it's self-development. And that's where we said you got a full-scale program that's not just about women. It's about, you know, your job or your hobbies, your passions in life. You know what I mean? You get your fashion down. You concentrate on what are the words that make your conversation stick out. Become self-refine and become more of a sexy, charismatic, interesting man. And you'll have the sauce. That's all the sauce is. And you'll stick out. You'll stick out from all the other men. Women will zone onto you. You may not be the best looking, you may not be the tallest. You understand? You may not have all the money in the world, but the women will pick up on the sauce. Because what do we say? It's energy, frequency, and vibration. It pulsates. So now that which you are pulsates. We're vibrational creatures. Women will pick that up. They will pick that up. There's no There's no shame in the game. Just be you and understand you got a limited time on earth. So make it do what it do, because you ain't gonna be here forever, Playboy. All right, this has been another Travel and Bang. This has been Marky Bravo. Please subscribe, share with family and friends if you gain value from my video. And till next time, to the end of the week, I'll be back. Asombroso.